St Leonard's is a beautiful seaside town designed by James and Decimus Burton and became the holiday home of Queen Victoria. It was the envy of the country. Now it's a poor town, full of creative potential.
We need to carry on improving the physical infrastructure of St Leonard's, particularly. It's actually making sure that tourists who visit Hastings also visit St Leonard's, and that's actually part of it is the experience of actually walking along the seafront. That means that it's about the quality of paving, the quality of the lighting, quality of the street furniture. But it's actually it's making sure that it's like you're trying to create an environment which is fitting for 21st century tourism, which things which worked in the past are not going to work now. We need to actually continuously think, and you've got the great advantage of a seaside resort, is it's an area where you can actually go overboard. Literally, you can be very, very creative, and you don't have to fit in with anything else.
The Portas pilot has come at a crucial time, as the town is already working as a team to try and resuscitate its shopping streets and restore a social life, making St Leonard's again an important seaside destination. This film presents 4 concrete ideas which would immediately make a positive impact on the town. The projects affect the central social issues which are currently crippling the town: access and footfall, communication and commerce, health and environment. The final important issue is social and culture. There is no central venue for a cinema or theatre or dance. There is nowhere to go at night to see a show and meet people. Perhaps as the first 4 projects are established, we can provide entertainment for the new and current population that will be out on the streets at night.
We opened our shop, Our Big Day, in April last year. As we opened the shop, it became clear that there was a demand for cards, gifts, different things that weren't normally available in St Leonard's. So that's the market we're trying to fulfil now. That's what wasn't here. St Leonard's for so long was trying to fulfil a demand for people who didn't really have money to spend. The online side of the business is very important to us. It's around 80% of our market. Footfall here in St Leonard's is a bit restricted on Marine Court. We're subject very much to local traffic. So if people can't park, they can't come and spend money. If the traffic's bad, they can't get here to spend money.
I found Marine Court very unique and surrounded by many artists, many local famous artists, and I love art, so I thought it would be good to have a little cafe with ethnic city surrounded by artists and a local nice people.
I'm just curious about the King's Road because it's a beautiful road going up to the station. It seems to have lost a lot of business, and a lot of businesses come and go there. A lot of businesses start up and then fail. It's got the real potential there to be full of amazing shops and cafes, but for some reason it's just not as happening at the moment. It's not working, I don't know why.
Although it's nice to have nice wide pavements and stuff, you know, for pedestrians, maybe good for cafes and stuff, it's not necessarily good for everybody else in the sense that there's now barely any parking space. There may be a couple of loading bays and the disabled spot, but nobody can park, and there's not a lot of parking space in the surrounding areas. You have to pay to park in the station across the road, so, you know, that's just one of the issues.
I'm Alex. The image and identity of King's Road needs to be improved considerably. In order to do this, we need more coverage in the local and national press with features and articles. In order to bring people to the road, I think we need a farmers market or some type of market, weekly or fortnightly. In order to get to the road, for our potential customers to get to the road, we do need a fast train service to the area. This could be subsidised with Network Rail, 2 fast train services a day, and that would do it.
I do appreciate there must be charity shops, but not many of them. I do appreciate there should be second-hand shops, but not many of them. We seem to be having too many of them, and they are sort of devaluing, to be honest with you, the customers base of these areas.
Mama Put Kitchen is the only African Caribbean restaurant in King's Road and in East Sussex at the moment, and the market will give the people of St Leonard, East Sussex, an opportunity to know what we are all about, because it's all about multicultural and international food we do in here, and the market will actually boost the business for Mama Put and the other businesses as well.
I'm Kath Tajima-Powell, and I'm producing a magazine called Very St Leonard's on Sea. It has 6 feature articles, a map and an events calendar, and it promotes local businesses and shops. It champions the whole area as a destination and rebrands the idea of St Leonard's as a creative, exciting, fun place to live, work and shop. This is one of the features. It's a trail about cafes. We've got lots of different types of cafes in St Leonard's. Kind of from nice tea time and cakes and scones to a cafe that does Persian breakfasts.
Oh, okay. And car, so
Oh, you can leave them with Helen at the front, yeah.
Hello. Hello. Yes, can I get one of the beetroot and horseradish soup?
Yeah.
With breads.
You can get cheap paper and pens when you go shopping in Sainsbury's, but a proper stationer's has terrific products. It's much better, and it's really a case of use them or lose them.
It's a town which I think, or a part of a town, which is very bereft of any cultural activities. There's no cinema, there's no theatre.
All the kids don't have anything to do in the evening. Gizzy's is open for the teenagers, but there's nothing active for them to do.
Children and young people in St Leonard's have absolutely nowhere to go. There's about 30 to 40 of them hanging around every night. We no longer have youth clubs, so they need a space where they can congregate and meet and be safe and do positive activities.
Gizmo's helped me learn to sing and dance, and I want more children to be like me so they can get some funding in to help this place become better.
Normally we go down the beach and do the same thing. It's just summer, nice beer.
What would you rather be doing? What would you like to see?
Be active, working, and people seeing people doing good.
If someone comes to me and said they've got a full-time job for me there and then, I will jump to literally. But we all try. But obviously it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, isn't it? Everyone's on the same thing.
I used to live in Birmingham.
In Birmingham?
Yeah, I used to live in Birmingham, and I left it because when I see the sea, I love the sea. That's why I come to Heston and live. And then I have many friends too. You know, I play with them. I go to gym, you know, for boxing, and sometimes I do swimming, and that's my hobbies. And I work in restaurant. Is Indian. India is name India. Flavors of India. Yeah, and I do waiter job, and I study as well in Station Plaza. Yeah, and next year I will do public service.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And thank you for coming.
Here in St Leonard's, it's bursting with creativity. We think cash could be used in all manner of ways. Pop-up theatre, music, film nights, all manner of summer entertainments. There's nothing to do in the evenings. We do need help because there is zero investment. The 3 Mile Promenade is crying out to be used creatively, much like Covent Garden on Sea. Street dancers, fortune tellers, to embrace diversity and ethnicity and put us on the map once more.
Yeah, I think it would be great to have cycle rickshaws, so you can have people sort of like basically going all the way along the seafront down to St Leonard's.
We need a well-managed team of rickshaws to transport people using the cycle lanes along the 2 Mile Promenade. They'd hire the rickshaws in 4 or 5 hour shifts, and that would give about 20 jobs to local people. The rickshaws can advertise local businesses, they're eco-friendly, and they'd reduce some traffic on the roads.
And also, after 6 o'clock, it's very difficult to get back from St Leonard's to anywhere in the area. And as I live a few miles away from St Leonard's, it's very, very difficult to get back.
What we need is a seaside bus that will connect the old town to West St Leonard's, and there is a connection which is people can get on and off, and there's a kiosk where they can buy buckets and spades, sticks of rock, seaside stuff.
We aim with the Portas funding to make another offer, that of a workspace. If, for instance, someone comes, is enjoying a latte in the sunshine, they look around and they see the poster for the business centre, a centre where they can rent a desk, by the hour, by the half day, a centre where they can rent a meeting space, a centre where they can showcase their goods, someone to take messages, to make it a more vibrant community.
I represent a group of women from the local Women's Institute who want to create a community garden for central St Leonard's. This is an area where a lot of people live in flats. It's a very dense urban area, very built up. There's not much green space, and we want to create space for people to grow fruit and vegetables and to learn how to make their own healthy food. There's also a problem of sites locally that are awaiting development. Rubbish gets tipped on them. And at the moment, the economy is such that developers aren't going to be developing probably for a few years. They've already been empty for many years. So we want to, well, we've come up with an idea called the Movable Feast Community Garden, which is to create a completely temporary, movable garden built above ground on pallets in things like those 1-ton builder's sacks, skips and such like, that can be picked up by forklift and moved to another site when the site gets developed. And hopefully in this community there's lots of different sectors of the community, if you like. You don't necessarily get together or don't have the opportunity to, so it's a way of building links within the community between different parts of the community.
Love Food stands for local, organic, vegan, ethical, and we are going to be setting up a community cafe. As well as running the cafe, there will be training placements for catering students so that they can learn about sustainable food and reducing food waste. We're also going to have cookery courses for everyone, including some free courses, so local people can learn more about cooking healthy dishes with local ingredients. And the most exciting thing is that the Movable Feast Community Garden will be right next door, so that we can pick lots of fruit and vegetables next door and use that produce in the cafe.
We have a really terrific, beautiful built environment and a fantastic seafront. We need to stop shops being boarded up and windows getting broken. We need to spend money on improving the streets and the look of buildings. We need to support businesses. The people who are setting up businesses are really terrific, and those people need a little bit of support to get over the economic crisis.
A lot of the buildings are beautiful. The people and the businesses are really trying, and they are doing what they can for the local business. And I think it's going to do well, but it does need a bit more funding.
I want the families down here, I want people enjoying it, and having been born and bred, I don't want people's lasting memory of Hastings Seafront is the smell of urine, empty beer cans and drunk people asleep on the benches. And if we can make sure that people have jobs because the tourists flooding going, isn't Hastings a nice place and the seafront was lovely, then I've done my bit.
I was born in this borough. I live in St Leonard's. I live 20 yards off the London Road, so this is my ward. Central St Leonard's is where I live, and it's the area I want to see improve. What I think is great is the community commitment. We had our big community consultation event a couple of months ago, and I said at that meeting, do we all want to live in St Leonard's? And everybody said yes. This is where we want to live, this is where we want to stay. We know it's a deprived community, one of the most deprived in the southeast of England, but with the community commitment, the investment in housing, and now with this opportunity to uplift our retail heart of St Leonard's, I think we're really on the way to picking this area up by its bootstraps, and I'm absolutely up for that.
You can be very, very creative, and you don't have to fit in with anything else. It's expected. Well, I mean, really, ideally, in an ideal world, you'd have the Hastings and St Leonard's would be like a sort of a Blackpool for the 21st century in terms of encouraging lighting, sculpture, and installations. And with the opening of the Jerwood Gallery, that's a fantastic start. And let's just carry on from that. But it's actually. Ultimately, it's about providing jobs for local people, and tourism is the key to providing those local jobs.
I just love St Leonard's. Norman Road, Love Cafe, all the wonderful cafes around this area now. I think that it's a really developing, up-and-coming environment with lots of artists and writers and creatives. We just need more money and better press. Mary Portas, we need you!